Hello, Internet. Zadam Leak Aaron here. I'm not, you don't see my face, you don't see the camera because I'm currently doing other things, and there's like the really bad blinding light that it would just look bad. So I decided, I don't need a camera for this. So we're back on these summer predictions. It's been a while since I've done these. I know things have changed, new trailers have come out for certain movies like Annabelle Comes Home and whatnot. I think my predictions, I'm going to keep them the same unless something like really drastic happens, like if a movie gets like amazing reviews or if it gets horrible reviews. But none of these movies have reviews yet, so how am I supposed to know? So July is going to be the driest month at the box office. Literally, there's only 3 movies worth talking about, and this is one of them. And that one is, of course, Spider-Man: Far From Home, which we'll discuss right now. Its box office prospects, its pros, its cons. And I do think Spider-Man: Far From Home, when it comes to the summer movies, it will be one of the biggest, no doubt. Because, well, I'll explain why. Let's see, its pros. Well, it's the sequel to the well-received Spider-Man Homecoming. It was the second reboot in the series, and it did very well box office-wise, critic-wise, fan-wise. And this overall interpretation of Spider-Man, Tom Holland's take on Spider-Man, is... I know this may trigger some people, but it is probably the most well-received of the bunch. He hasn't had a bad role since. There's no Spider-Man 3. There's no Amazing Spider-Man 2. That hasn't happened yet. Hopefully. So there's that. It's coming off a well-received sequel. That's always a good thing. And this is also coming out a good 2-3-ish months after Endgame. So this will be the first post-Endgame movie. So people will want to know what happens next. And because Sony decided, let's have the trailer before Endgame even comes out, at least audiences can think, how did Spider-Man come back? I want to know. So it's not really spoiling anything. So Sony was smart, doing that with its trailer. And it has no real competition because July is just that dead. It won't really face anything until The Lion King. So, and that comes out 2 weeks after this, so that's good for Spider-Man. Any cons? I don't know. I mean, unless Endgame turns out to be like a Last Jedi type movie, a very divisive film, then, this really doesn't have any cons to go with it. Some people will say, oh, there's too many Spider-Man movies, but that didn't stop Spider-Man Homecoming from making $880 million worldwide. And, the Spider-Man brand as a whole, now that I think about it, it's been doing very well. Venom, despite terrible reviews, made $850 million box office-wise. No one could have predicted that. And Spider-Verse, although it did less, with only like about a little over 300, it is considered one of the best animated movies in the last couple of years, and it won the Oscar. So the Spider-Man brand overall is on a high, and I think this can continue that high. So if I had to predict a number, I don't think it will match Spider-Man 3, because that movie opened to $151 million. I don't think that'll happen, but I do think it'll be definitely be the second biggest in the franchise, and it will be bigger than Homecoming. So if I had to predict, its opening weekend will be between 120 and 130 for the weekend. Its final domestic total will be around Spider-Man 2, like around 370. Worldwide, it could make $1 billion. I'm not saying it will, but there's a possibility. So, yeah, I definitely think this is going to be one of the biggest of the year. Like, no doubt about it. So yeah, that's Spider-Man Far From Home's box office. Next up, it will be likely the biggest, hopefully, for Disney, the biggest movie of July, and that will be the 2019 remake of The Lion King. So that'll be the next box office prediction. So make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, and I will see you all next time. And I am out.